Yes, a woman for the first time. No woman has been asking question. Why am I not?
Thank you, Brother Mike. You've really done well. The aspect you talked about is what I want to know. You talked about dictionary, you talked about imagination, you talked about using your mind. I want to ask, is there any link between somebody who is spiritual, somebody who is carnal, in terms of making a good leadership?
Choose your words carefully.
I want
Making
to bring
a
them
good leadership.
a good leader, because I know you said there is a perfect leadership, but there is no perfect leader. So, can spirituality of a man help him or affect his leadership pattern?
It can.
That's a good question.
It can, simple. Now, why? It can also not. Now, look at the elements of what constitutes leadership. Knowledge, skill, and attitude. And in leadership, attitude is about 75% of components of leadership. And that is why people tell you that attitude is everything. It's not as if it is right. It is because attitude is a distinction. If a child has 75% in it and is a distinction mark, I think it's A. Now that means if an attitude of a man is so overwhelming, fine, he's a leader. He may not know so much, but he can lead. What makes a lion a leader of the animal in the jungle? Lion is not the strongest animal. I hope you know. A tusk of an elephant can kill a lion. But a lion beats elephant, look at the lion. Are you getting it? Do you know that this thing, eagle can pick even a very big animal with his two claws and fly to the top? But eagle cannot face that animal on the same place. Now that is attitude. Eagle has an attitude of flying so high. Now every lion has an attitude that nobody can beat him. And that attitude creates leadership around him and making the leader in the jungle. Now, we are asking if the spirituality of a man can help him. If a man can really practice, because the greatest book of leadership is Bible. The greatest book of leadership, I wrote in one of my books I called Equipping Leaders to Lead. That God started in the first verse of the Bible as a leader and ended in the last verse of the Bible as a leader. One thing that makes leadership so important is that God holds leaders responsible. It doesn't hold on everything. If everything is happening in this place, God will not hold you. Now, I'm saying God will not hold you. God will not hold you. And He knows He not hold you. He will hold Haman's. Why? God respects leaders because He is the leader of leaders, and He is the foremost and the last leader. And that is why He wants you to respect constituted leader, not any kind of leader. Constituted. And He tells you that when leaders are not properly constituted, obeying them is even a disobedience to Him.
That's serious. That's very, very serious.
There was a man who was a cabinet member of Solomon, Jeroboam. He was a cabinet minister in Solomon's government, and they suffered under Solomon. And the man went on exile because of the high-handedness of Solomon. When Solomon's son took over, the Israelites went to exile and bring him back and told him that Solomon is no longer their return. Then the man returned, and they took the man as a part of the envoy to meet Jeroboam. When they meet Jeroboam, they asked him, see how your father ruled us, are you going to do the same thing? Jeroboam said, what's to happen? And Israel divided, and God said there that to be obedient to that Jeroboam is even a disobedience to him. Anything constituted outside of what God has, to be obedient even to that thing is wrong. When God is talking, it's constituted leadership, constituted this. That is why when election is fair and fair and you're dedicating leaders, respect that leadership. And that is why you should contest, challenge it if you are not happy. Because God will defend you. So if the person practices through spirituality, it can help it, because the Bible is the best book of leadership. So thank you so much. So everything I said is in this book. Every of them. This book have got ripples in it.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Definitely. Thank you so much. Please, another round of applause for you.
My